I drafted 47 laws that changed the course of history. But I couldn't rewrite a single story for my own family.
I saved a nation with my pen. I couldn't save my daughter from the darkness.
The Oval Office called my name. My daughter only heard silence from her mother. Motorcades, Secret Service, and 47 historic bills, yet my daughter was drowning alone. I fought for every child in America. I wasn't there for my own. They said I changed the country. My daughter said I abandoned her. I passed laws protecting the vulnerable. I left my own child unprotected. While I was saving the world in the Senate, my daughter was disappearing in her room. "47 landmark bills sit in the archives. One empty chair sits at my dinner table. Senator, the hospital called. It's urgent. I was in the middle of a critical vote when the hospital called. My daughter tried to end her life because her mother was too busy saving everyone else. I walked out of the most important meeting of my career and never looked back. I left the Senate floor in the middle of a crisis to run to my daughter's bedside.
That day I realized all my power meant nothing if I couldn't save my own child.
I announced I would for Manter survived. I traded the Senate for a small rehab center for children of politicians. Now I cook meals and listen to kids who grew up exactly like my daughter. These children don't need another law. They need a mother who shows up. I used to write legislation. Now I write hope on napkins over homemade soup. The first time one of those kids hugged me and said thank you for listening, I finally broke. I passed 47 laws. None of them could replace the time I lost with my daughter. Washington gave me power. My daughter's pain gave me purpose. I stopped chasing votes so I could start chasing healing. From the Senate chamber to the kitchen of a rehab center, this is my real legacy. I fought for the nation's children. Now I fight for the children politicians forget. My daughter's suicide attempt woke me up from the dream of power. I had everything Washington could offer. I had nothing that truly mattered. The motorcade lights were bright. My daughter's darkness was brighter. I resigned so I could finally be the mother I never was. I'm right here. I'm right here. These kids don't care about my 47 laws. They care that I'm here. I used to measure success by bills passed. Now I measure it by hearts healed. The greatest bill I ever wrote was the one that said, "I'm sorry" to my daughter. I left the Capitol so I could walk into rooms where real change happens. Power made me untouchable. Pain made me human again. I drafted laws that changed America. My daughter changed me. From Secret Service escorts to chopping vegetables for broken kids, this is redemption.
I think that maybe we should consider the options first. Once controlled the Floyd. Now I let the children control the conversation.
My daughter survived because I finally chose her over the country. The Senate lost a senator. These kids gained a mother. I traded the podium for a stove and never felt more powerful. My parents are getting a divorce. I don't know what. 47 laws couldn't fix my family. One listening ear finally could. I was the senator who changed history. I became the woman who changed himself. The hospital call ended my career and began my real work. I don't write bills anymore. I write second chances. These children of politicians finally have someone who understands. I stopped saving the world so I could save the ones closest to me. My legacy is no longer in the congressional record. It's in the eyes of healed kids. I had the power to move nations. I didn't have the courage to move home. The day I walked out of that meeting, I walked into my daughter's life. Washington taught me how to lead. My daughter taught me how to love. I gave up the Senate seat so I could finally take my daughter's hand. These kids don't need another speech. They need someone who stays. I once feared losing an election. Now I only fear losing another child. From passing laws at 3 a.m. to cooking breakfast at 7 a.m., this is my victory. My daughter's pain became the only bill I truly cared about. I traded the empty throne for a full table of broken kids.
In a shocking development, Senator Eleanor Grant has announced her immediate resignation, citing personal reasons.
Power was my addiction. Being present became my recovery. The greatest confession I ever made was to my own daughter.
I changed the nation on paper. I'm changing lives in person.
It's okay, keep going. These children taught me what 47 laws never could: how to be a mother. I left the spotlight so I could finally stand in the light for my family. My career ended the day my real calling began.
Get away from my child!
I used to fight for strangers. Now I fight for the children of people like me.
You have right!
The motorcade is gone, the hugs remain. I drafted history. Now I'm writing a different ending for these kids. My daughter almost died so I could finally live. I stopped being the senator everyone needed and became the mother my daughter deserved. The empty throne in Washington is nothing compared to the full hearts here. I passed 47 laws. The only law that matters now is love. I changed a nation. Then I finally changed myself.